Thanks, Nick. And good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully my voice persists through the next 15 minutes. My daughter, I guess, lovingly gave me some bug last night, or the last couple of nights, so we'll see how we go today. I hope you've all been enjoying the presentation so far. There's been a lot of great companies out there, or there is a lot of great companies out there with some really good opportunities on the table, and I'll present to you, I guess, Lachlan Star's opportunities and where we think there is some real good discovery opportunity within our portfolio. It's great to be back here at Resources Rising Stars for our second year around. Last year we were here introducing Lachlan Star for the very first time. This year we are back with more progress, more drilling, and more importantly, a clearer picture of where our discoveries might come from. Exploration is not easy. It's about patience, persistence, and positioning. But when you put yourself in the right ground and follow the right science, that's when you create the chance to deliver something that is company making. Over the past 12 months, we have been very active. Plenty of boots on ground activity, rigs in the field, and a portfolio that has advanced significantly. We've built momentum and are now set up for what we believe could be a transformational period with the company. Our disclaimer here, which you can find available on the website and on the ASX platform with this presentation. Lachlan Star holds a prospective 3,500 square kilometre landholding focused on gold and copper in two Tier 1 regions, the Lachlan Fold Belt in New South Wales and the Eastern Goldfields in Western Australia. These are proven provinces with world-class endowment, long histories of mining success, and majors operating right alongside us. That means two things. Discoveries here can be developed quickly thanks to nearby infrastructure, and importantly, they get noticed by the market. We've kept a steady pace of exploration moving between our top priorities. Alongside our most recent drilling at both Killaloe and Cobar, we're also evaluating M&A opportunities and rationalising the portfolio, always with a view to maximising shareholder value. If we quickly look at our corporate structure, we run quite lean. It's just Alan and myself and a project geo. We're quite hands-on in the field, and we make sure exploration dollars go into the ground and not into overheads. Between us, we're both experienced exploration geologists who understand what it takes to make a discovery. We've done it before in our careers, and that experience helps guide us on how we prioritise our targets and how we spend our shareholders' money. We're also fortunate to have strong backers. People like Tim Goyder, who you may know is a supporter of some very successful explorers. His involvement is a real endorsement of what we're trying to build. And with cash in the bank from our most recent raise, we're well funded to keep the rigs turning. That gives us flexibility and momentum going into the next stages of drilling. If we move on to our flagship projects, I'll start with Killaloe in Western Australia, where we've been very busy in the recent months. Here, drilling is defining some emerging gold systems. The results have been encouraging enough that we haven't stopped. We've already been back out there following up some early air core hits with deeper bedrock testing, and we're planning a much broader step-out program across what we perceive as a highly prospective gold corridor. Killaloe is nearly 140 square kilometres in the northern region of the Eastern Goldfields, a district of more than 8 million ounces of proven gold. It sits on the southern end of the Zuleika Shear, known to control over 20 million ounces of gold endowment along its full length, and in Kambalda equivalent host rocks, the very same ingredients that host many multi-million ounce deposits to the north. Neighbours like Westgold and Pantoro hold much of the ground around us, showing how difficult it is to gain a foothold in this region. And despite our address, Killaloe hasn't seen proper modern exploration in over 20 years. That's what makes it such a great opportunity, with our most recent drilling only validating the potential for gold fertility in this land package. Our most recent work has zeroed in on the northern end of the project area, in a corridor that we call the Duke to Duchess. This is where we've seen the strongest early signs of coherent gold trends emerging. In just the last 12 months, we've completed an 8,000 metre first pass drilling program across this corridor. We've confirmed broad, shallow gold at Duke Main with higher grade feeder structures beneath it. We've stepped eastward into completely untested ground at Duke East, where we uncovered 3 new gold trends with strong hits right at the bedrock. And we've extended the system north into the prospect called Duchess, where we returned drilling with wide zones of porphyry-associated gold mineralisation, a style comparable to Northern Star's Jubilee deposit in the Kalgoorlie region. The key point is this. Across a single corridor less than 5 kilometres in length, we've now confirmed multiple mineralised trends. This is an early sign of a district-scale potential. If we look a bit closely at Duke Main, our drilling here confirms some broad, shallow oxide gold zones. We're talking 15 to 25 metres thick, starting from surface. That's the kind of mineralisation that can add ounces quickly and at low cost. Beneath that, we've tapped into some higher grade feeder structures running over 10 grams per tonne. That shows us that it isn't just a surface oxide blanket, that there is a robust system with potential depth and grade. We've already extended the strike of the mineralisation at Duke to over 425 metres, and it remains open to the north and at depth. Every new round of drilling we complete at this prospect has the potential to grow it further, and we have more drilling planned and to better define the full extent of mineralisation at Duke. If we step eastward into what we're calling Duke East, obviously, in a ground that has never been drilled before, we've uncovered 3 brand new trends, gold trends. Significant intercepts from this round of early drilling included a nice wide intersection of 12 metres at half a gram per tonne. That was our first air core hole outside of the Duke Main. And one highlight intercept of 2 grams over 6 metres, including a nice higher grade result of 4.8 grams just below or just above the bottom of the hole. These results confirm that we're dealing with a robust, genuine gold system. What makes Duke East particularly exciting is the scale. These trends sit inside a 2-kilometre corridor that has not seen any drilling. Early hits like this give us the confidence that with step-outs and systematic drilling, we could quickly build something that is substantial. We've already gone back with the RC rig to test for continuity and depth, and we just completed that follow-up program a few weeks back with observations of nice quartz veining and sulfide mineralisation in all those drill holes. Those assays are pending, and they'll be an important part in defining the next phase of work at Killaloe and Duke East. So Duke East gives us not just 1, but 3 brand new trends for focused follow-up work and potential growth. We are now in the preparation stage for a much more expansive air core and RC step-out drill program, which we will look to complete in the coming months. If we look a little bit further now, just immediately north of Duke, which is the prospect called Duchess. Drilling here confirmed yet another style of mineralisation, gold associated with felsic porphyry intrusions. Here we hit nice broad mineralisation, including up to 17 metres at half a gram, actually just over half a gram, with abundant quartz veining and sulfides again. This is exactly what you want to see with porphyry gold type systems. What's compelling about this prospect is the analogue, or our interpretation of an analogue. Duchess looks very similar to Northern Star's Jubilee deposit at their South Cal operations, which hosts a broader 3 million ounce gold endowment. Now, we're not saying Duchess is Jubilee, but the similarities in geology and alteration and style of veining and mineralisation are clear. Even more importantly, this system extends along a 1 kilometre porphyry corridor that is barely touched by any drilling. Our initial follow-up RC program has only just scratched the surface and confirmed this style of mineralisation. A systematic step-out RC and diamond program is now being prioritised to properly test the scale of this prospect. So at Duchess we have a strong analogue to a multi-million ounce deposit, wide intercepts in early holes, and a 1 kilometre corridor of untested porphyry style of mineralisation, which is a nice big prize to chase. So as I mentioned, we've just followed up now with these air core intercepts with some follow-up RC holes. The results of those are expected in the coming weeks, and we will plan to do a follow-up program both across Dutch, Duke and the Duke East corridors in the coming months. So now let's shift further east over to New South Wales to our copper gold play at the North Cobar. If you know the Cobar Basin, you know it's one of Australia's greatest mineral provinces. It's produced some of the country's highest grade, longest life copper gold deposits, and has become a much more active region of late. We will soon be recommencing our drill program up at North Cobar, having commenced it earlier this year, but unfortunately we were rained out at the time, and we deferred it up until now, in which we'll restart the program. The Cobar Basin is a world-class mining district. It has over 150 years of history producing long-life, high-grade, polymetallic deposits. In recent years, the district has seen a real resurgence. Most recently, we saw Harmony's bid for the acquisition of CSA Mine for over $1 billion. We see Polymetals successfully restarting the Endeavour Mine, and there's even been further strong speculation of more consolidation within the district. That activity shows us the strategic value of ground in this belt. Our North Cobar project sits at the northern end of the basin, a long strike from CSA and Endeavour. The tenements cover the intersection of key fault systems that control all the major deposits within the district. Despite this setting, the ground has seen very little modern work, which has been quite surprising. That leaves us with a genuine search base for a company making discovery. Over the past 12 months, we've built the foundations with geophysics, geochemistry, and targeting, and early drilling has already given us the signs of a large system up there. From here, I'll talk about our two key targets, Percival and Galahad, which you can see highlighted up there on the right-hand side of the map. So Percival is my favourite target. It's our biggest and largest standout geophysical anomaly that we've generated at North Cobar, right along the Rookery Fault Zone, 30 kilometres immediately along strike of CSA mine within the same structural position. All the data sets that we've gained have converged here. Magnetics, gravity, IP, all line up in exactly the right place. That's the kind of convergence we look for when we commit drill meters into the ground. Importantly, the drilling that we did commence earlier this year demonstrate that we actually are within the Cobar Basin stratigraphy, so we've now proven that for fact. And the pre-collars show some significant alteration veining in sulfides, the sort of smoke we'd expect to see on the edge of a large Cobar-style system. To put this into perspective, we've overlaid the CSA ore body footprint at the same scale to demonstrate that this shows that we have the amount of search space available for hosting a similar style of ore body within Percival. Our next steps is to return with some diamond tails to chase into those potential sulfide-rich zones. We're going to aim to test the heart of the anomaly and hopefully prove that there is an economic ore body beneath this. We will shortly be recommencing that drilling with the aim of the rig scheduling to return to the project in October, in a couple of weeks' time. If we jump across to Galahad, equally exciting coincident anomalies and targets, it shows a similar story to Percival. Here we have multiple data sets that light up right where the regional faults intersect, a complex but highly favourable structural setting. This is completely untested ground, not a single modern drill hole across any of this area, and yet the geophysics screams potential. We have our approvals in hand, and this prospect is ready to be drill tested. What makes Galahad powerful is the combination of its targeting criteria. We've got the large-scale structural setting, we've got the right geology, we've got the coincident anomalies. It has all the hallmarks of another major Cobar-style system waiting to be discovered. So between Percival and Galahad, we've got two large, high-quality, and what we believe to be copper-gold systems lined up for drilling, each with the potential to be transformational for the company. So why Lachlan Star? Let's wrap this up. Well, we operate into Tier 1 proven districts. We have multiple discovery opportunities. We've got the gold in WA, we've got the copper gold in New South Wales. We recently completed the bedrock drill testing at Killaloe, plus we have further drilling planned and lined up at Cobar, and we're heading back out to Killaloe again, about to commence soon, with plenty of drill results ahead of us. We have strong backers, we have the cash in the bank, and we run a very lean, hands-on team. The message, I believe, is quite simple. We're turning the drill bit in some of the best ground in Australia, with the potential to deliver discoveries that can truly move the dial for our shareholders. I thank you, and I invite you to come by our booth next door if you'd like to hear more after this session.